Disruption isn't a season, it's the new operating environment. If you're leading at the senior level of your organization, you know the noise is relentless. There's shifting priorities, constant change, and a world that rarely slows down. The best leaders aren't just experts in strategy or execution, they're experts in leading themselves and others, especially when the world refuses to slow down. Today, I want to walk you through the REACH framework, 5 essential leadership skills that serve as your operating system for uncertainty and for people. REACH isn't about theory. It's a practical, principle-driven approach to leadership. The first 4 skills focus on how you lead yourself, and the 5th one, human intelligence, is about how you show up for others. So let's break down each one and how you can actually put them into action. The first one is resilience. Resilience isn't just about pushing through or toughing it out or sucking it up. It's about your recovery speed, how quickly you can bounce back, reset, and move forward after setbacks or stress. At the senior level, resilience looks like recognizing when you're depleted and knowing how to recharge, modeling healthy boundaries and recovery for your team, turning those setbacks into learning, not just losses or blaming someone. A practical tool is to pause and ask, what's true in this moment? What's within my control to reset and recover? The second skill is energy strategy. Energy strategy is about building sustainable capacity, not just output. It's really easy to burn out when the pace never lets up, but leaders who manage their energy intentionally can go the distance. At the senior level, energy strategy means building intentional reset points into your workday, protecting your own energy so you can show up for others, and encouraging your team to do the same. A practical tool is to schedule your recovery like you schedule meetings, to build in that breathing room, make time for movement, reflection, and real breaks. The third skill is adaptive clarity, anchoring to what really matters. When the world gets loud, it's easy to lose your way. Social media, headlines, and everybody else's hot take can drown out your own voice. Adaptive clarity is the discipline of tuning out the noise and anchoring to your core beliefs, to your values, to your mission, especially when disruption is everywhere. At the senior level, adaptive clarity looks like protecting what's non-negotiable, values, people, purpose, even as you flex the tactics and the timelines. Pausing to reflect, not just react, making sure your decisions align with who you are and what you stand for. Leading from conviction, not consensus or chaos. A practical tool is to ask yourself, what do I truly believe in? And am I leading from that place or just following the noise? The 4th skill is change fluency, turning disruption into direction. Change isn't a crisis, it's an expectation. Leaders who thrive aren't just managing change, they're fluent in it. Change fluency is a skill of translating disruption into direction, making change a core part of your operating model, not something you scramble to address after the fact. At the senior level, change fluency means setting clear direction in the face of uncertainty, even without all the answers. Helping teams expect and embrace change, not just survive it. And modeling transparency and flexibility, showing that adaptation is strength, not weakness. A practical tool is that when disruption hits, ask, how can I use this to clarify direction, not just react to it? Communicate the next step with confidence, even if it's just, here's what we know and here's what we're watching. And that 5th skill, human intelligence. The first 4 REACH skills are about how you lead yourself. Human intelligence is about how you lead others. It's the differentiator that turns inward mastery into outward impact. Human intelligence means tuning into what your people are experiencing, not just what you're experiencing. Reading the room and the Zoom for signals stress, and unspoken needs. Adapting your leadership style to what others need, not just what's comfortable for you. Showing empathy, curiosity, and perspective, especially when the pressure's on. Creating psychological safety so people can speak up, challenge ideas, and bring their best thinking, even in uncertainty, especially then. And last, applying emotional intelligence to respond, not just react to other people's emotions, building trust and resilience across the team. A practical tool is that before your next big decision or conversation, ask, what are others experiencing right now? What do they need from me? Not just what do I need from them? And how can I create the safety for them to be real and the space for their best thinking? Here's the bottom line. Leading through disruption requires all 5 reach skills working together. When you put them together, you get a leadership operating system built for uncertainty and for people. Let's go back over those 5 again. Resilience is about recovery speed. Energy strategy is about building sustainable capacity. Adaptive clarity is anchoring to what matters. Change fluency is about turning disruption into direction. And human intelligence is about leading others with empathy, psychological safety, and adaptability. The leaders who will shape what's next aren't just experts in strategy or execution. They're experts in leading themselves and others, especially when the world refuses to slow down. If you want to build a leadership team that's ready for whatever the world throws at you, Reach Leadership Training is designed for this moment. Message me and let's talk about what you and your leaders are navigating.